Hey pals, welcome to Frame and Fiber. I am your host, Paige Miller. Welcome, I'm glad you made it to my channel. Frame and Fiber is my local picture framing and yarn shop in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. So if you ever find yourself at the Jersey Shore, pop on in and say hello. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Paige the Framer. That is my handle at those two places. Give a follow there and, pop in, say hey. Let's connect. So this is episode 49. I have a bunch of things that I wanted to just kind of talk with you about today. I have a finished object to show you and one of my works in progress. So let's jump into it. Let's see. First up, I wanted to let you guys know, so today I'm recording on February 11th. You won't be seeing this until February 14th. So February 14th is the last day of the New to You Make-Along, which I am co-hosting with a whole bunch of other podcasters and Instagram users. Yes, Instagrammers. We are hosting it. It is the brainchild and labor of love of the sister duo over at Cocktail Hour at the Coop here on YouTube. So they are our fearless leaders in this make-along. I would like to let you guys know that so on the 14th, it's the last day to enter. To enter, you can enter up into the very last day. It's just taking a picture of something that you're trying for the first time, any type of technique or craft, and posting a picture about it using the hashtag #NewToYou2020. The girls at Cocktail Hour at the Coop, go check them out on Instagram. They have a lot of things that they've been talking about either in their stories or on their feed about the make-along. They're sharing all kinds of different informations as far as prizes from the other makers who are involved with it. So I'm going to show you what I am donating or my prize that I'm donating. So I will be picking, two prizes actually. One is for the grand prize. So all of us, I think there are 20 or 18 hosts, and we are all donating a prize for one grand prize. So that is a very large prize. And then each of us are picking our own individual to send. So I am sending two prizes. Yeah, let me show them to you. So the first prize, I wrapped this already, so that was probably, I should take it out of the plastic. I can put it in new plastic, right? This is a hat kit from Legacy Fiber Arts. It is in the colorway, this is Tuxedo. What is this one? It's their DK base and their cloud base. This is great for making. There are so many hats using a strand of mohair and a strand of DK out there. So yeah, that's one prize. Let me open this up so you can see the colors. This is like, come on, Paige. Forget what colorway this is. Pop Fizz? Pop Fizz, maybe that's the color. I'll look it up. All right, so here are the colors. Oh, let's do it like this. Look how pretty that is. Yeah, so this would make a great hat. Can't remember what hat I had meant, or I should say Legacy had meant. I feel like it may have been the Kobuck hat by Caitlin Hunter. I'm not gonna put that back in the bag. We'll do it later. So yeah, this is, oh yeah, Tuxedo. Raspberry Sorbet, that's the color. So, pretty. That'll go to one lucky winner. I think this is going to be the prize that I send to a random that I'm going to pick from the Instagram hashtag. So if you haven't put a picture up with the hashtag, make sure you do, because I will be picking, and I think a lot of the other makers are picking from the hashtag as well. And then I just opened this and I can't get the top back on. For the grand prize, this I'm saying this now that this is the grand prize and that the hat kit is not, but depending on what the girls got from the other makers for the grand prize, I might switch it, so I'll let you know. So this is Coco Knits. This is their Knitter's Keep. In this kit, it's a pretty cool little kit. So I sell all of the Coco Knits products at the shop, and ooh, I'm having a hard time opening and closing this. Okay, so in here is their magnetic slap bracelet, which is so cool. Just slap it on your wrist and go. This, I think, is one of the strongest magnets. Everything sticks to it. So you've got in here their stitch marker or their cable needles that stick to it. You've got stitch markers that stick to it. Those are large stitch markers. Tapestry needle. Small stitch markers. And what's this one? Oh, this is the open stitch markers, so the locking stitch markers. And then they give you a little bag to keep all of your little goodies in. So it's a cool little kit, I have to say. This comes in really handy for, especially honestly for crocheters. I feel like it's a great way to like take your locking stitch markers on and off when you're crocheting your row and you're counting. If you are doing cables, your cable needle is right at your wrist while you're working. So that is my donation to the New to You Make Along. So I'm going to be picking from the hashtag, the Instagram hashtag for the winners. And I think I'm just going to do it randomly because there's too many amazing projects that I am in love with. There's a couple that have inspired me to do the projects that they're doing. I will insert some pictures for you to see some of my favorites. And I am going to announce the winner on Instagram. So because this episode is being aired the last day of the knit along, I figured I would talk about it now, show you guys the prizes, and then just let y'all know that I will be picking on I'm not picking the 14th, I'll pick the 15th, and then let you guys know on Instagram. I'll take a picture of the prize so you'll know what you're getting. Yeah, so did you guys join the New to You Make Along? Comment below, let me know what you worked on. Let me know what you tried and if what you tried was something that you liked. I tried double knitting. This is my finished object for the day, so let's just talk about that real quick. Finished object. This is the Odinata cowl. Well, technically it's the Odinata hat by OwlCat Designs. I'll put a picture here. So it's a hat minus a cowl. I did not swatch, guys, and I just went for it, and it was huge. It might be a good size hat for Paul Miller, but even for his big noggin, it's a little big. So it's my cowl, and actually I think I'll get more use out of it as a cowl than a hat anyway. So it is double knit and I love it. So I like double knitting. I'm glad I tried it for the New to You Make Along. I did make several mistakes that I decided I didn't care about and I wasn't going to go fix. Mistakes just in the chart. Like I could have gone back. See how, let's see if you can see it. This guy here, that's the way the wing is supposed to look. But right here, the wing, I miscounted and messed him up. I noticed it when I was like into these dragonflies already. So it is what it is. I don't need it to be perfect. Which is a good thing because most everything I make is not perfect. So I'm content with what I have. This pattern was fabulous. So Simone of OwlCat Designs, she designed this lovely cowl, and pattern was very easy to understand. The charts were very easy to read, and she does a tutorial on how to cast on for the double knitting. So it's a great tutorial. Check that out here on Instagram, OwlCat Designs. It's I think it's like it feels like a cross between, no, I shouldn't say a cross between, it's like Judy's Magic cast on. I think you could do a Turkish cast on or a tubular cast on. No, not tubular, Turkish. But anyway, it was really a fun cast on. She walks you through it so you can have confidence. I think the hardest part of double knitting is casting on. Because I didn't do the hat, so there were no decreases, I ended up Kitchener stitching closed my bind off. So it was a lot of Kitchener stitching. A lot of Kitchener stitching. I'm very happy with this. It's super cozy. Double knitting. I mean, it's 2 layers of fabric. Oh, I didn't show you the inside. I forgot to on Instagram too to show you guys. I did a post and didn't show the opposite side. Oh, isn't that great? Hee hee hee. The yarn that I used is Chelsea Luxe, her DK weight yarn. This greenish, variegated green and gold, I guess we can say, is her boardwalk color, and then the tonal blue is her, I think it's just called denim. Very pleased with this project. It is super toasty. The double-sided fabric really acts as a windbreak, which is great because I'm going to Norway in 2 weeks. So this will keep me nice and toasty. I'm going to Norway. So that's my finished object. I love it. What is next on my list? I'm looking at my list. My brain is fried today. It's fried because I have so much happening in these next few months and I'm just at the beginning of it, so there's a lot that I have to do. So yes, I'm going to Norway. That is a big part of it. But before Norway even gets here, 2 weeks from now, on Friday the 14th, I am picking up my dear friend Mars from Newark Airport, because she's going to be here this weekend. She is teaching handspun classes, drop spindle classes at Frame & Fiber. It's very cool. Saturday and Sunday. So by the time you see this, she will be here. And yeah, we have a great weekend planned. The classes are going to be great. I can't wait. I have fun lunches planned for everybody, and classes are pretty full. I feel like there might be one. By the time you see this, it'll probably be sold out. So anyway, I'm excited to be hosting Mars and for her to come here and teach how to use a drop spindle. Grace O'Neill of Babel's Traveling Yarns sent over a bunch of drop spindles for the class. So the students get their supplies as part of the class. So yeah, they have the spindles from Grace, and then Emily of Wolfiend Yarns, or just Wolfiend. She is a hand dyer who lives in New York State. She is, or has, she's supplying the fiber for the students, and this weekend, starting on Friday the 14th and going through the weekend for the next couple weeks, her spinning fibers will be in Frame & Fiber. So if you are a spinner and you're local and you want to pop in and see what Emily has to offer, please stop in. I will insert some video or pictures of her fiber so you can see it here. Yeah, so I'm excited to have Emily's stuff in my shop for a while. Last year for the Wool Walk, she sent a big trunk show, so I love her fiber, I love her yarn, I love her dyeing aesthetic. Singular. Yeah, so that's Mars this weekend. Like I said, I have a bunch of things planned for she and I to do, but then also for the classes. I will try to take some video, and if I do, I'll probably put a quick vlog up next week for you to see what happens for my weekend with Mars. So that's this weekend, and then she leaves on Monday, and I have to prep and get everything ready at the shop and get as much work as done as I can because I'm leaving for Norway on Saturday, the 22nd. I'm so excited. Rachel of Treehouse Knits is flying in to Newark, and we are going to take the same flight over to, we're flying into Oslo. And then Patricia, and then we're hopping over to Trondheim, and that's where Patricia of Knitography here on Instagram, where she will be waiting for us, and we will start our adventures with her in Norway. So I will definitely be taking video there, some pictures, and I will have a bit for you to see. It's gonna be great. There's 15 of us, 14 of us. So I don't know everyone, but I'm looking forward to knowing them. So what other classes are happening in the shop? So I have, when I get back from Norway, I have like about a week or so, and then Carolyn Bloom of Bloom Handmade Studios will be teaching her Stitches on Stitches workshop at the at Frame and Fiber. She is teaching her embroidery on Stockinette. Hi, Spike. Carolyn will be at the shop on March 14th teaching. If you are interested in coming on by and taking that class, please visit, you can either visit frameandfiber.com /classes, and you'll see all of the classes listed there, and you'll just click on the PDF for more information about that and how to register with Carolyn. It's going to be a cool class. I really think everyone's going to enjoy learning this technique. It's something I think it's not as hard as people think it is. I test knit a project for Carolyn back when she first started doing this with crochet, and it really adds a lot to a really basic pattern. So you have a basic hat, or even like the cuffs of socks. Anything stockinette and simple, it would look really neat. So yeah, check that out. Check out Bloom Handmade Studios on Instagram, and you can see all of what she has done so far with this technique, and it's pretty creative and really fun. So another class that's being offered at the shop, or I should say clinic, is a Learn How to Knit clinic hosted at the shop. It's being taught by Michelle Frank. Michelle is one of my local knitting teachers, and she is doing a 3-week Learn to Knit immersion class. So if you know anyone who is local and has always wanted to knit, this might be good for them. This is a 3-week, it's 2-hour classes, there's 3 of them, and it's really diving into and learning how to knit. So that's on my website as well. In other yarny news, the New Jersey Wool Walk is in 6 weeks. I don't know how I got here so quickly. Like I don't understand how we're here, but here we are. We're at the Wool Walk. So it is April 2nd through the 5th. If you are not local but can drive into New Jersey for the event, it's pretty cool. There are 21 stores in the state of New Jersey that are participating. That's not all of the yarn shops in New Jersey. That's just the ones that are participating. There's lots of us. But it's really I think it's a fun weekend for knitters to make plans with friends and go on road trips to shops that maybe you've never been to before. I am hosting a bunch of trunk shows that weekend. You can visit frameandfiber.com to see the schedule. I won't bore you with all the dates, but I will let you know that Sweet Sparrow Yarns will be there. Let me read them so I don't forget. Sweet Sparrow Yarns, Daisy Lane Design, Allison and her bags, Button Jar Studios, Julie will be there with her bags. Oh, I'm sorry, she won't be there, but her bags will be there. Brooklyn Haberdashery will be at the shop with their notions and accessories. Legacy Fiber Arts will be at the shop. And Remembrance's Pottery. Yeah. That's a pretty good lineup, right? That's a really good lineup. If I can fit anything else into the nooks and crannies of the shop, I will definitely let you guys know. It'll be posted on my website and on frameandfiber.com. That is my website. And Instagram. So yeah, that's the wool walk. It's going to be really fun. Natalie of Remembrance's Pottery is coming in to stay with me. So we will have a blast. We had a blast last year. It was so fun last year, but it was also exhausting. I need to sleep a lot after the wool walk. It's also really hard for me to say wool walk. It gets stuck in my mouth. So, can I finally tell you guys that I have Quince & Co. in the shop? I am a flagship store for Quince & Co. I told you this last time, but now the yarn's actually in the store for sale. I have sold it already. So I have Chickadee, which is sport weight. I have Lark, which is worsted weight. And I have Puffin, which is like a chunky, cross between chunky and super bulky. It's up there. So those are in the store right now. I also have Kestrel and Sparrow and Willet and Wimbrel. Wimbrel and Willet are cotton, Kestrel and Sparrow are linen. But I am super excited that Quince is in the store. So by the time the wool walk happens in 6 weeks, I will have added Tern and Finch. I'm so excited. So pass it on, will you? Will you let everyone in New Jersey know that they can finally go to a store in New Jersey and see Quince & Co. and squish it in their hands? But the Quince, I have one of their trunk shows coming for the wool walk too. The wool walk, New Jersey wool walk. Just to kind of debut that I have the Quince & Co. in the store, and that way people who are not local to me can see it. Oh, I forgot to announce this on all of my social medias, but last week I published here on YouTube a video all about picture framing. Allison of Daisy Lane Design, who now lives in Colorado, she had something that she needed framed, and I made a video on how I help a customer pick out framing. I did a short snippet on some of the behind the scenes process of putting the picture framing together. And so that, I think it's a 15-minute video. I published it last week here on YouTube. I'll put it in the corner here if you'd like to go see it. But it's interesting. I think it's interesting. But you can look forward to more of those types of videos. I have a few already shot and edited and waiting to be released. So yeah, it was pretty cool. So please go check it out. You can actually see what I do for a living. Yes, I do yarn too, but you know, I am a picture framer. Paige the Framer. So I wanted to show you, before I let you go, my work in progress. Where did I leave my work in progress? What bag is it in? Do you guys do that? Do you have so many projects in bags and you forget what project is in what bag? So I have other works in progress. My void shawl, which I showed you last time, is so close to being done. I'm on the garter stitch edging, and I just want to knit that until I'm out of yarn. And because it's easy knitting, I'm only knitting on it at certain places. Like, I took a friend of mine for his radiation treatments, and so I would sit in the waiting room and knit on it there, or I I kind of want to finish it for Norway, but also it would be good for knitting on the plane. So I don't know. Anyway, that's a work in progress that I could have done quickly if I put my mind to it, but it's kind of like easy knitting. Let's go slow on that. And then I also am still working on my Marled Mania leggings. I'm not going to show them to you now just because I don't think there's much to show you. I kind of did the math and figured out that if I do 10 grams a week, I can have that done in a year. All right, 10 grams a week. So that's kind of fun. Like, it's like one mini, right? A 10 gram mini. So I'm not going to show that to you. What I am showing you is I think I talked about this last time and showed you the yarn, but I hadn't cast on, I don't think. Or maybe I did and I hadn't gotten very far on it, but I'm in the middle of doing my yoke for my Elorie. Oh, this is like, I feel like everything looks green right now. Let me change this. Oops, wrong way. It's a little bit better. So this is my Elorie. Oh, my camera's making a shadow on it. That's what's happening. It's really dark and dreary here today. It's super rainy, super chilly. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning, but it's really dark. So let me put it over here because you won't be able to see it here because there's a shadow. Is it on my face? Oh, it doesn't matter. So here's my Elorie. This is knit using Quince & Co. Kestrel. It is the yarn that Elizabeth Dougherty wrote the pattern with originally. So that's the Blue Bee Studios. So this is the yoke. You have to pick up and then knit the collar. This is a super fun knit. So if you saw my in the past, I made my Bodhi cardigan, which is also a Blue Bee Studios pattern. And it's funny because it's kind of, they're very similar. Bodhi was more complicated. There was a lot more going on with it. This is a simple yoke, but she uses several different stitch patterns, which is her MO, I think. And so I do have to change my needle sizes between the different stitch patterns, but it's just the yoke and then the rest of it is stockinette. So loving this color so much. Loving the color. It looks a little bit on the screen, a little bit gray, like cool gray, but it's more of like a purpley gray. Wish I could get the color to be correct. I feel like it's just the lighting today. That's too bright. That sounds so bad, I guess. Anyway, I love this pattern. So it is 100% linen. My swatch, which is right here, I washed it several times in the washing machine and then threw it in the dryer. And so linen is super soft once you wash it and dry it a bunch of times. The fact that I can take a hand knit garment and shove it in the washing machine and shove it in the dryer, and like, the more neglectful you are, the happier the linen is really lovely. And I don't know why linen is seen as just a summertime fiber. Like why people only think of it for the summer, but I mean, if you're layering, it's going to keep you toasty. And yeah, linen has this really bad reputation of being high maintenance, and it's nothing close to being high maintenance. I mean, if you want it to stay crisp and, you know, unwrinkled, you're kind of, you know, like if you want to starch it, you're kind of beat. But if you allow it to be super soft, like I have a linen dress that never looks wrinkly because it's been washed a billion times and it's so soft that it can't keep a wrinkle. So don't hate on the linen, guys. It's lovely. And the Quince Kestrel is you know, it's a worsted weight linen, so it's going super fast. So I hope to have the yoke, doesn't even matter. I was gonna say I hope to have the yoke done before I go to Norway, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna knit on this in Norway for sure. I think I'm gonna bring this, my void shawl, unless I finish it, and my Marled Mania leggings. One of my soon-to-be new friends, Ruby Moss Cottage here on the YouTubes. Oh my gosh, see, look, now I'm forgetting her name. It's Joyce. Sorry, Joyce. Ruby Moss Cottage on Instagram. Joyce will soon be my new friend once we meet in Norway. I believe she lives in Texas. She just finished, I'm so jealous. She just finished her Marled Mania leggings and will be wearing them in Norway. Son of a bitch. Sorry, that was uncalled for. Yeah, so she'll be wearing hers. I'll be knitting mine. So that is my work in progress. I'm using my Chowgu needles. It's living in my Daisy Lane Design project bag. This is, I think, one of my favorite project bags of all time. I like the box bottom bags. They're lovely because they stand up and all that happy stuff. I kind of like a bag that's squishy. Not squishy. I like that it, like, I can scrunch it up and throw it into a bigger tote bag with all my other stuff. And it looks great, so I love that bag. Yeah, so that's it. I just wanted to pop on here and catch up with you guys real quick for a smidge and fill you in on what's happening around these parts. So I guess until next time, I hope you are well. I hope your making takes you to all kinds of happy, joyful places. Be that, you know, Norway, or just your cozy living room this time of year. All right, pals, I will see you next time. Bye.